Hi guys, so I am back home in St. Lucia. It's been 2 days now, I think. Yeah, probably. I have to say though that the SXM Music Festival was really beautiful for me in so many ways. I learned so many things about myself. I observed and left really inspired. I left really inspired. Um, I think everyone should at least attend a rave once in their lifetime, just for the magic of it and just for the enlightenment of the experience. One of the things that I went into thought. I always go into thought, and one of the things that really stayed with me that I realized was that, and I want to stay on just this one topic. I'm not going to be my usual self today. I'm not gonna go through like jump from topic to topic. I just wanted to address one thing. How many people really know you? How many people really know you? I mean, some of us, we live and then we die, and people mourn us, but they're only mourning the version of us that they know. I think that at least, there should be one person who knows you fully. And I mean the good, the bad, and the ugly. There should be one person who knows you fully. Because therefore, if you pass, if you're dying, who exactly knows you enough? Who knows why they're really crying or why they're really happy to have known you? Our health is linked to our subconscious, our thoughts, our minds. Any illnesses that you have or that you've developed or that you will develop come from some sort of suppression of maybe things that we don't face in our minds, things that we don't talk about. There can be something that's bothering you about another person and you never tell them because for whatever reason, either you're prideful to tell them, you think it's not your business, think it's not your place, or you tell yourself, I don't need to tell them. I believe that everyone should at least have one person in this world, at least, who knows them fully. One person that knows your worst, something really bad that's happened to you, what makes you you, why you're you, everything about you. Because when you die, who really are we mourning? If nobody knows you, really, who are they mourning? Who are they missing? Have you ever thought of that? When I die, or think of someone who's passed on, and you see like the number of people you see commenting on, and then you see like weird people like who you probably didn't even know they knew, talking about the relationship that they had with that person. Like, think about it. It's a healthy thing to talk to people. It's a healthy thing to let people know when you're going through something. Not the whole world, of course, but at least someone. At least have someone. And how you choose that someone is entirely up to you. I've chosen that someone for myself, and I chose that someone as my partner. It's a funny thing because it took me a long time to realize that I needed to do that. Needed to do that. I remember hearing one of my aunts saying one time, hey, you should never tell a man everything, or you should never tell everybody everything about you, anybody everything about you, because they use it against you. What they do with the information you divulge to them is entirely up to them. It is, I promise you, entirely up to them. It's about you at the end of the day. It's about you. It's about your freedom. It's about your peace of mind. It's about your joy. It's about your health. So we have so many people, and I say that, and as I'm saying it, I could expand on it a little bit more. We have people who are out there probably suicidal, thinking of doing really bad things because they've not had an outlet. And an outlet doesn't have to be a diary. I think a diary is useless sometimes because you want somebody to talk back, unless you're very highly spiritual and connected, then you need to speak to an actual person when you're going through some things. For those of you who just joined, I'm just going to say it once. I'm talking about like when you die, who really mourns you, who really knows you enough to really mourn your passing. We're here, and hi, Cuzzy. We're here living this life, and when you die, so many persons know so many different versions of you. So are they, each person is mourning a different version of you that they came to know. Is there anyone who really, really knows you, who really like knows who you are, and enough to be, to, like, we say we don't know what happens after death. What happens after death? I think we do. I believe that we see, because we are spiritual beings manifested physically. Okay, so I'm just saying all of this to say that we need to find that one person who we are able or are comfortable enough to share even our ugliest sides with. That is love. That is the true essence of love. That is the true essence of freedom, I should say, and also health. Because something I always know and say is that any illness you have or that develops in your body comes first from a thought, from something that something that your mind is lacking, because your mind ultimately is in control of so many things. Your mind is so powerful, you have no idea. Everything that happens to us first starts in our minds. The longer you give it energy, the faster it manifests. So if I'm saying that, then I'm also saying choose what you give your energy to. Choose what you invest your thoughts into. And bad thoughts will come. It's your choice to decide, hey, does that need all the energy that I'm giving into it? Is that what I want? If you don't want it, change that thought. How do you change that thought? Use your senses. Your senses are to guide you. This is something I'm gonna say a lot, because I really want us to know that this is where the power lies. The power lies in you utilizing, not putting control of your feelings and your life and the direction of your life in the hands of someone else. It really is up to you to use your senses to guide you back to your source, to your place of calm, to your place of just you, back to yourself. So I'm just encouraging us, based on just things I see around me, people who have committed suicide, people who have just suddenly changed or switched up on you. It's probably because we just don't make each other feel safe enough to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is so important. And you don't have to be vulnerable with every single person you meet. You just have to find that person that makes you feel safe. I found the person that makes me feel safe, and I chose to tell him everything about my life. There are things about my life that somewhere in my mind I even like locked it in a vault that I couldn't access. And this trip that I went on to the SXM Music Festival I allowed myself, or I chose to, release and relax, and yes, cuzzy, and just let it all out and just talk. Because when I die, two things I want to do. I want to know that I've accomplished when I move on from this realm. And I say that would die, but I really don't think that anybody dies. We just transition back into our spiritual selves. And the point of here is simply expansion. But the point of physical manifestation is expansion and improvement for the physical, for the spiritual. But what I'm saying, when I move on, two things I want to know that I did is that I didn't leave the world as I came into it. Here in St. Lucia, oh my gosh, people always say, so I met the world like that, I'm not doing anything, and that's not my problem. That is the most damning thing you can say. Why are you here then? Why are you here if you're not trying to make a difference? Why are you here if you're gonna say stuff like, and I believe in God, just not your version, to be honest. Why are you saying that? Why are you seeing bad things happening in the world and saying, oh, the Bible said it would happen, so it's happening, and we just have to... No, that doesn't mean you have to sit there and let it happen because to you the Bible said it's going to happen. No. And I'm not saying that you have to go and fly to wherever the bad thing is happening. But one thing I know, we all share one spiritual consciousness. You look at, for instance, how one animal might react. Guess what? And that animal has never left. But the other one, wherever it is, across the world, is reacting the same way to something, is surviving using the same method. It's because we all share one beautiful, magical, powerful consciousness, And that is how you make the change, by being where you are and doing what you can right now. By complimenting someone, by asking someone how they're doing, by being vulnerable with someone. Because the best way to inspire change is to be it. That is the best way you can inspire change. Simply to just be it. And no one needs to be watching. You don't need to be on a camera. You don't need to tell somebody what you did. Just be it. I can't tell you how many times I've done the simplest things in my day. Sometimes when I'm alone. And I just feel so proud. Like I send love to someone, or I wish them well, or I have these notebooks every day that I start off with manifestations that I write down every day. And I would write down, someone would just cross my mind, and I'd be like, oh, well, Sam is having a beautiful day, or Sam is having a great birthday. You know, if I think of something about them, that's how you make a change. You don't need to make a change by being on a platform. Even that, I am grateful for this platform, though. It's allowing me to really implement the things that I see that I want to do to make the world a better place. Even if it's just me saying it to someone who has not more capability, but someone who is somewhere else that is needed immediately, you know? So really what I'm saying is, find someone to be vulnerable with, someone who knows you. That is a healthy thing to do. You don't need to be keeping your issues inside. And we also have to be allowing of others. Sometimes you relay a lot of information to a person all at once, and we expect them not to react or not to feel. You have to give people time to process things. So when you do find that person that you feel safe with, that you want to tell the shitty or weird stuff you did as a child, or the things that go through your mind as an adult. Sometimes I share something, and as it comes, I'm the kind of person who would like have a thought, not even have time to think it through, and just, it could be something simple like, I want to have ice cream, and I'll be like 5 minutes later, I don't want ice cream anymore. You know, it's just like, you have to allow yourself to be and to feel and to share. There's no greater feeling in the world than knowing that there's one person, or a bunch, however many people, but at least one, who really knows you, who has seen you. That is what makes life so much more beautiful and free and healthy, not just from a physical standpoint, a psychological, emotional, all of that. So I just want to encourage you guys today. I just came on. I thought that I'll be doing this every Wednesday, but I just feel like I'll just do it whenever I feel inspired. And I get inspired a lot. Because every day in my life, whether I'm around people or not, my mind is always going. Because I'm always trying to be better and always trying to spread love and light. I'm not perfect. I yell at people in traffic. I curse. I get upset. But I always find my way back to me. And we have to let each other know that it's okay to do that. It's okay to make an error. If you don't find out what you don't want, you won't know what you do want. So errors and all of that, they're part of your life. They're part of growing. Don't be hard on yourself at all. You're really always damn winning. You're always winning. All of us were born winners. The moment you chose to come here into this realm on earth, you are a winner, and you're strong enough to go through it, to see your journey through, to see your purpose through. So just continue learning, continue living life with the intention of learning, with the intention of expanding, with the intention of growing. Because we are also beautiful. We are also beautiful and unique. And everything that you have, from your fingerprint to your voice to everything, is just unique to you, and that makes you extra, extra special. And I'm not saying that because I want it to sound like rainbows and butterflies. It's just the truth. We are all so specially and uniquely existing here. We are here to help each other grow. It's funny that we might have similar experiences, but it affects us all differently, and that is the uniqueness of your existence. I might read a book, I might read a sentence and understand it totally different to you. And that's what makes it beautiful. I get to share what my perspective with you, and vice versa. And then guess what? We're helping each other to grow. So I just want to encourage you all to find that person that you can share those quirky thoughts with, those bad experiences with that you've never spoken about. You never know what you're doing. You never know what you're saving. You're probably like changing someone's mind about ending their life, or changing someone's mind about quitting when they've not even started. And most times, there is so much to talk about with you all. I'm really excited about just sitting in my room, in my space, just talking to you guys. You are my outlet too, in some regard. Thanks for everyone who, even if you looked for just a split second, thank you for just taking the time out of your Saturday, or whatever day it is where you are. I wish you all love, so much love, and so much joy, and so much peace, and so much success. And I hope that you all know that you are beautiful inside and outside. And I'm not just saying that. And no one should be given power to tell you if you're beautiful. But I'm telling you that you are, because I know that you are. I know that you are. And I know that deep down inside we all think and believe that we're beautiful. You have a chance to reprogram yourself. It's all about reprogramming right now in 2024 for me. Reprogramming, helping others to reprogram themselves, helping others to look within and to find the power within, because that's where it all is, within, in your mind, in your heart. That's where your strength comes from. It doesn't come from outside. It all comes from inside. First and foremost, your mind. So take care of that. Spend some time with yourself. Start small. You don't need to go big immediately. Start small. Spend a little moment with yourself today. Ask yourself a question. How are you feeling? You know? What would you like to do today? Is there anything you want to try? Have these conversations with yourself. They really help. I've been doing them all my life. And I'll tell you, if it weren't for my conversations with myself, being my biggest cheerleader and sometimes my only cheerleader, I really would have given up a long time ago. But I'm here and I have no intention of giving up. And I don't want you to either. You continue pushing on, you continue being vulnerable. You learn to be vulnerable. Some of us have to learn to be vulnerable. So learn to be vulnerable. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to say when something hurts. It's okay to say when I did that too and it didn't feel good, but here I am, you know. I made a mistake. Mistakes help us to grow. Mistakes help us to find ourselves. Mistakes help us to discover our new strengths. Mistakes helps us to discover what we want versus what we don't want, where we want our lives to go. So keep making mistakes. You're winning. A mistake is literally en route to victory. Because as long as you're living, as long as you're experiencing those challenges, you're living. Imagine if life were perfect and you had no challenges. Guess what? There would be absolutely no growth. And that's why we're here, to expand and to help each other expand, to inspire each other to expand. So when someone's going through something, instead of saying they deserve it or laughing or just, I'm so happy that's not me, cheer them on. You don't have to cheer them on loud. Just send them love in your mind, in your heart. Speak it. Speak that they will get through it. Speak that everything is going to be okay for them. Anyway, guys, I try not to be too long, because if you're like me, you have like a short attention span. I'm always on the go in my head, so sometimes I just go on and on and on, and I'm trying to pace myself. So what I want to leave with you today is be vulnerable. Find someone. There has to be someone who you trust. They don't have to take it well at first. They don't have to. At the end of the day, find someone who knows you, so that when you're gone, when someone is crying because you've left the physical realm, when you're gone physically, because that's the only way you're going to be gone. We are forever energy, forever. So when you're gone, you want to know that there's someone out there who's genuinely sad that you're gone, because they actually knew you. Not your diary. They knew you. Because you found the courage to talk about the things that most would be prideful about, or ashamed of, or sad, or maybe just not share. And that's something to be proud of. Once you're able to some people get upset when they've said something to someone and they repeat it. That's not on you. That's on them. You trusted them. So just keep being that beautiful, trusting, believing soul that you are. I'm one of them, and you're not alone. So just continue. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. With love, with so much love always.